Good morning, Titans, and welcome to this edition of Titan Television. I'm Ivory Salisbury.
And I'm Julia Williams. On this episode, we'll introduce you to a new place that will kickstart your morning, and we'll give you a few new ideas for this year's homecoming.
All this and more on this episode of Titan Television.
Recently, the community watched as a familiar establishment was torn down.
Jenna Tiedemann shares some alternative places nearby.
The Kwik Trip on 150 was recently demolished so that a new one can be built just north of it. Because of this, students are having to find other options for their morning pick-me-up.
You go to Miners.
Casey's.
Ivy Gas.
I try and go to Miners if I can, but there's no place like UT.
Students are heading to Miners now more than ever.
We're just right down the street from Lee Summit West. We open before the sun's even up, and we close far after the sun has already set. So we are here to take care of pretty much every time of the day.
Just one gas station closing is heavily affecting all others around the area.
The night that it closed, we felt a huge impact. I know the Casey's in Greenwood even shut down because they ran out of gas completely.
According to the Kansas City corporate office, the new Kwik Trip is scheduled to reopen around February. They are planning to expand the building and make additions to the QT kitchen, fountain drinks, and snacks. With photographer Julia Williams, this is Jenna Tiedemann reporting for Titan Television.
Although Kwik Trip is closed, Kaylee Addison tells us about a new option coming this fall.
Driving down 150, you may have noticed there is a new addition coming to the Raintree Strip, and it couldn't be coming at a more perfect time for students.
Where people feel like they can come in and feel comfortable, feel welcome, meet their friends, a place to come, a place to be.
Love Coffee will bring much needed coffee, tea, and snacks to the area, as well as a drive-through.
And the fact that we have a drive-through so that you can really buzz through on your way, I think it will affect our business right out of the gates.
But if you're not in a hurry, owners Robin Craddock and Kara Moore encourage you to stay.
And so it's really important to keep that small feeling where everybody just feels like they're at home.
The cafe will be a place that is close to home and a shop that is true to its name.
There's a lot of bad feelings in the world right now. There's a lot of hate, and we don't want to be any part of that. We want to be loved.
The shop will be located off Ward Road and 150 Highway and is planning to open early October. This is Kaylee Addison reporting for Titan Television.
Up next, we'll introduce you to our new segment, Titan Talk.
Hello, Titans, and welcome to this edition of Titan Talk. We asked your fellow classmates if they had to go to homecoming with any student, who would it be?
If I could go to homecoming with anyone, it would be Cece.
If I had to go to homecoming with anyone at Lee Summit West, it would be Rhonda Pickard.
If I had to go to homecoming with somebody, I'd probably do Mario.
If I had to go to homecoming, I would go with Kendall Clark.
I would go with Phillip Brooks.
I think I would go with Jay Della Pena.
Trevor Cardell. Ben Coble.
It would be Mario Goodrich.
So who would you want to go with?
I agree with Hallie. Ben would be a good option.
Homecoming is quickly approaching. Here's some information you need to know. Check LS West online for the daily spirit days. You can purchase tickets during lunch shifts the week of for $10 or at the door for $15. And we know these dances can get quite expensive, spending money on a lot more than just a ticket.
Sydney Smith shares some tips that could save you money.
With homecoming just 2 weeks away, Grace Hill and I went looking for some outfit options that won't break the bank. We decided to start with Consignment Stores. With so many of these stores around Lee Summit, we found a few in particular with a good variety of dresses for special occasions. The first store we went to was Mary Margaret's.
Formals for prom. We also carry short formals as well. So it covers prom, dances, weddings, that sort of thing.
The options we found at Mary Margaret's are for girls in the small and medium size range.
The dresses range in length, textures, and colors. The prices at Mary Margaret's are pretty low, always under about $50. The second place we went to was Goodwill. Goodwill has a small variety of dresses and lengths, both short and long. However, they only have a few different styles. They also have a small variety of shoes in almost every size. The last place we went to was Plato's Closet. They had a variety of dresses and come in many sizes and colors. They also have a wide selection of shoes and jewelry that are perfect for homecoming. Teens can also sell their dresses after the dance to these consignment stores to earn back a little money after homecoming is over. With photographer Grace Hill, this is Sydney Smith, reporting for Titan Television.
Speaking of saving money, reporter Drayden Wood tells us another way we can save some cash.
In the past few weeks, the nation has been shaken by hurricanes Harvey, Irma, Jose, and Katia. And even though they've hit the southern states the hardest, Lee Summit still experienced a jump in gas prices. Prices around Lee Summit range from $2.29 up to $2.49. Now there is a way to keep track of these prices at all times. Gas Buddy is an app that allows users to search for the lowest gas prices in their area. And if you're wondering whether or not to fill your gas tank tomorrow, the app tells you if prices could increase or decrease within a day. Apps like these are especially important for working teens because every penny counts. This is Drayden Wood reporting for Ellis West Online.
And now we'll send it over to Maddie Martin and Levi Christman for the Titan Sports Update.
Hello Titans, and welcome to this edition of Titan Sports Update. I'm Madison Martin.
And I'm Levi Christman. This week, the girls' tennis team served up a win against Blue Springs South, as they also celebrated their seniors as they became conference champs.
Boys soccer had a tough 1-0 loss against Blue Springs South. They will travel to Park Hill tomorrow afternoon.
This past weekend, girls cross country competed in the Trinity Valkyrie Invitational in Louisville, Kentucky, and placed 6th overall.
Titan Volleyball beat Platte County this Tuesday. In the past 2 weekends, the team has competed in tournaments with many schools from their conference.
After a tough loss to Ray Peck last week, they came back to beat them in pool play during the tournament.
Boys cross country ran in the Missouri Southern Stampede, where they placed 7th out of 50 teams. Boys swim and dive have a tri-meet between the Tigers and Broncos tomorrow at the LSR-7 Aquatic Center.
Softball has had a busy week, playing every day, and will travel to Columbia this weekend. I had a chance to sit down with one player who has an unusual role on the team.
Hey, Find a Way Club, how many think +1, 2?
From pitching and hitting to stealing bases, speed is a necessity in the game of softball, and sophomore Taylor Reed has those skills. But these skills were being used on the soccer field until Coach Doan noticed her.
Well, I had done the announcing for soccer, so I knew about her. I'd seen her play, I knew about her speed.
Doan convinced her to fill an empty spot on his roster. Reed now runs the bases for the pitcher or catcher.
You know, at the end of the day, there's a kid that does not yearn for playing time. All she wants to do is run. So it's a real nice situation for us. She knows what her role is, and that's a nice thing. So.
But with the new scenery, she found it hard to transition her skills.
I had a hard time with that at first because I'm not used to sliding. I'm used to running, just sprinting as fast as I can. I had to learn how to slide, how to judge line drives and stuff. So it's pretty hard.
Despite a tough start, Reed's work has paid off with 8 runs for the team. And the time Reed is spending on the diamond won't go to waste.
At soccer practice, I'm doing sprints, but not as much as I do on the bases or the takeoff. My speed will increase and stuff, so that's good.
Going into the postseason, Reed plans to use her speed to help the team make a run for another state appearance. With photographers Abby Rasmussen and Madison Martin, I'm Levi Christman, reporting for Titan Sports Update.
Recently, girls golf has earned a few first-place finishes, with first in the Cornwind Classic and first in the City Championship.
The girls will start districts next week.
Football is now 4-1 after last week's win against Lawrence High School. After an hour drive and a limited support group, your Titans came out on top with a score of 49-35. Come out and support the team as they hit the road again to play Park Hill.
That's it for this edition of Titan Sports Update. Have a great weekend, Titans. I'm Levi Chrisman.
And I'm Madison Martin. Back to Julia and Aubrey in the studio.
Thanks, guys. Check out TSU Twitter and Facebook for all the updates on Titan sports.
That's all we have for this edition of Titan Television. I'm Aubrey Salisbury.
And I'm Julia Williams. Check out LS West Online for news and sports updates. Have a great weekend, Titans.